What's up, friends? Welcome to my channel where we're doing music covers, original music, album reviews, song reviews, reactions, tier lists, whatever the day calls for. If you like what you see here, please subscribe to the channel. If you have content on here, I will subscribe to you as well. I am all about supporting up-and-comers on here. My original music can be found on robcarey.bandcamp.com. As of now, I have one album to my name, Communication. It came out in 2016. It's been a while, but I am working on the follow-up to that album right now. It will be called Ugly Living. I have a few self-performed previews of some of the stuff that's going to be on my next album on this channel. If you are so kind to check out my first album, Communication, on my Bandcamp, I truly appreciate it. Even if it doesn't end up being your cup of tea, I hope you stick around to see what I have coming next, because what I have coming next is going to be a totally different beast, and what I think is some of the best music that I've ever written. It's been a really busy time lately, and there has not been nearly enough content on this channel. And to make up for that, I'm trying to do a double drop today, because there are two songs that I am very excited to check out that are brand new. The first one is Invent Animate's Sleepless Deathbed track, which will be up today. And the second one is Aurorawave, the new project of former Ayaterra frontman Nathan Aurora. And anybody who is familiar with my content knows that I just found out about Ayaterra like 4 months ago from the Garza podcast, an amazing podcast. And I have crawled down a bit of a rabbit hole of Ayaterra's music since I found out about them. Mixing metal riffage with reggae music is something that I dabble with a little bit on my first album, but I'm really just dipping my heels into the kiddie pool of that kind of thing. And seeing somebody else wanting to bridge that gap, metalcore, deathcore, with reggae music, for somebody who loves Darko and After the Burial and Born of Osiris every bit as much as 311 is my favorite band, and Ayaterra's music is just incredible. Like, I didn't realize until like a couple months ago that they actually decided to call it quits, and I was kind of gutted to find that out, because like watching numerous live clips, like when everything shut down in 2020 for COVID, me and my buddy had tickets to see 311. It would have been my 5th time seeing 311. It was with Incubus, and it got canceled from COVID. And when they did another short tour the following year in 2021, when things slowly started to open back up again, it was going to be with Ayaterra. And I know if I would have seen this band live and seen Nathan's energy live, like, I like everybody in that band. Like, their drummer, I've crawled down a fucking rabbit hole. Like, I would have been blown away by them. And seeing them with 311, that would have been like an experience that I would have never forgot. But there's so much stuff on my channel, either covering Ayaterra songs or talking about them, that I don't want to waste too much time talking about the past. I know Nathan, very much wants to look towards the future. And I hope that not only do we hear more music from Nathan, which we're about to hear right now, I'm super excited for this, but from the other members of Ayaterra too. Like, I liked all of them, man, but Nathan's back already with a new project, Aurorawave, and they released their first new song a couple days ago called Meant to Be. And it's honestly been tough for me to wait to get the chance to make this video, to wait to listen to this song. Like, I am itching to hear what's going to happen moving forward, because like on the Garza podcast, he was talking about integrating more metal riffage into reggae and like more detuned 7-string kind of stuff. Like, I am so fucking ready to see what's next here. I don't want to waste any more time. I've been itching to hear this all day. Aurorawave, Meant to Be. Let's get into it.
Stand on. I'm constantly growing and never knowing the beauty is in the balance, and I have been beholding the truth is more important when you can really own it. The wheels are in motion, are you staying or going now? Grateful for the ups and downs, holding on to hope inside of me, feeling coming back around. Finally I have been set free. Living in the past goes nowhere, running through your days won't bring you peace. Focus on the here and now, whatever's meant to be will be. Whatever's meant to be will be. Whatever's meant to be will be. You can't stop the time, you'll never get it again. You can't press rewind on every day you spent. For every grain of sand fall in the hourglass, you got to live it up like it could be your last. And then one day you find 10 years have got behind you. No one told you where to run, you missed the starting gun. Grateful for the ups and downs, holding on to hope inside of me, feeling coming back around. Finally I have been set free. Living in the past goes nowhere, running through your days won't bring you peace. Focus on the here and now, whatever's meant to be will be. So I'm here today to define the line of what's up to me or to the sands of time. I got a lot to build with these hands of mine. I trust that it will be by design. Going forward even if it's toward the unknown, cause you could never know where it'll take you. Stay the path through the peaks and the valleys below. Watch the future unfold and make it come true now. Without a doubt, it's all coming back around. Eventually, we all will see. Call it fate, call it destiny, but no, it's meant to be. Yeah, it's all happening and it's meant to be. Grateful for the ups and downs, holding on to hope inside of me, feeling coming back around. Finally I have been set free. Living in the past goes nowhere, running through your days won't bring you peace. Focus on the here and now, whatever's meant to be will be. Hey, whatever's meant to be will be. Yeah, whatever's meant to be will be.
How this dude just pumps out these infectious hooks like there's just fucking like no effort at all. It's just effortless. But I don't have anything bad to say about this song. I just want to say the one thing that surprised me about this song, being that this is a whole new project, and he left Ayatera to do this project, and the way he was talking on the Garza podcast, I was surprised to find that this song came off to me as a little bit less of a guitar-centric kind of thing that Ayatera would normally do, whereas this one is a very much just pop reggae with a lot of like electronic stuff in the background. You know, like guitars aren't in the forefront of this at all. And outside of those facts, this really isn't too different from Ayatera, but it feels less guitar centric, if anything. There's just something about this kind of music, man, especially when Nathan does it, 311 does it, Ayatera, this project, like Tropodelic, Aurorawave, who I only know about because he did a collaboration with Nathan. Aurorawave is an amazing vocalist, and they did a song together called Helping Hand. That song should have definitely been on my top 8 picks video for 2023. I just wasn't thinking about it at the time, but it's a really good one too, man. You just feel the stress leaving your body. Like, most of like the music I make is in the deathcore, metalcore, post-hardcore, a little bit of pop punk. Like, I like so much stuff, man, but Nathan was the first person that I heard that was talking to somebody in the metal scene about integrating metalcore and deathcore, at least the riffage aspect of it, with reggae. And like, as soon as like, I check out every band usually that's on the Garza podcast. It's such a great podcast, you know, and I found out about so many great bands through that podcast. Slay Squad, 1056. There are bands I already knew about, but was more persuaded to check out the new shit they had out, like Gideon. I can't put into words how grateful I am for the Garza podcast for keeping somebody as busy as I am up to date with a lot of the new shit that I would be into that's going on right now. Like, I think Ayatera was the first podcast host that Garza had where I wanted to hurry up and listen to what they had before I even finished watching the podcast. And I think Sometimes was the first Ayatera song I heard, and right away, man, just the vibes and like the songwriting. He's such a good songwriter. Like, this doesn't strike me as anything super radically different than what he was doing, but I feel like with what he was saying on the podcast that this is not going to represent the entire project. I'm picturing something a little bit more ambitious. But I love this. I just love the way he writes songs, man. I'll give a song an 8 out of 10. There are Ayatera songs that I know I'm always going to like more than this particular track, but I am so ready for what's to come. This hook is definitely in my head. There's nothing forgettable about this track whatsoever. It's not what I was expecting, but it did not disappoint. I don't think he has ever disappointed me in any of his songs. I don't think I've ever heard an Ayatera song that I didn't like. I really don't. I give a song an 8 out of 10, and it was everything I needed today. Until next time, thanks for watching.